Hey everyone, it's Donna Brown here and welcome to my next episode of Poop to Profit. After being in business for 10 years, in about 4.5 weeks I'm about to add my little blueberry to the family, and what that's going to be like. How is that going to impact my business adding this baby? And I've just come back from a babysitting gig, and I babysat for 4 or 5 hours, a 6-month-old and a 3-year-old. And I learned quite a lot in that period. I think it's been a great eye-opener for me for the upcoming period. Here's what I've learned. 1, I need to be more organised than I've ever been before. Because if I don't get, in this particular case, this 6-month-old was eating solids, but I'm, you know, in the case of when my newborn comes, I'm hoping to breastfeed. So if I don't get the food out in time, if I don't get the top off the container, if I don't get my boob out in time, shit is going to hit the fan. So I knew you can't reason with a child, but I guess it just doesn't hit home until how much you can't reason with a child until they're shrieking at you because you took 3 seconds to get the spoon out of the drawer. You know what I'm saying? How dare I? So organisation, and I know you have to be organised, like that's not new to me, but I just don't think it really hit home until today when I was like, holy Toledos, I can't even can't even pee without getting screamed at. So that was that. The other thing that I really learnt my lesson was I brought my laptop with me thinking she'll sleep, I'll have at least an hour and a half to do a little bit of work, because that was what the parents indicated to me on her particular sleep cycle. Well, that didn't happen. I didn't even get to pull my laptop out of my bag, and she just basically cried the whole time. Either played or cried, so she wanted attention through playing or wanted attention through crying the whole time. So I really didn't even get to pull my laptop bag out, and it just made me realise that all of these little pending jobs that I've got going at the moment, where I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to I've got plenty of time to do that. Really? I don't actually have that much time. On any of these automation processes that I haven't finalised, I really need to finish now in the next 2 weeks in case I go 2 weeks early. And you know, in case I go into labour at 38 weeks, which would be in 2 weeks. Or 2.5 weeks. So I need to get that shit sorted now, because it's not like I'm not going to be able to do it later on, it's just going to be much more harder and it's going to take way more time. So all of these little pending things I had in my mind, like, yeah, I've got plenty of time to write that program or this. No, you don't. Get your shits together, Donna, and automate it. I mean, I've always said in a previous episode I'm going to automate everything, but now I've just realised, maybe I need to really finish everything off. Now, obviously, we don't know what my baby's going to be like. Blueberry might be really, really calm and sleeping lots, and obviously this is a 6-month-old, so a newborn, I'm assuming, sleeps more than a 6-month-old, but maybe the sleep cycles are very different. They're just in lots of shorter chunks. I'm not sure yet how they're going to be. Or Blueberry might be a complete schizo and never sleep. So I need to make sure I get my shit together so I can make the most of the 1 hour, 2 hours I might have at night when Pickles comes home. Pickles is my hubby. So 1, I learned that time management is so important. 2, I learned I need to automate more, and I need to really think about it and tidy and tighten everything up and make sure it's all working perfectly before Blueberry comes. 3, what I also learned was I'm definitely not going to have another, and look, maybe I'm saying this because I have no children at the moment, but the 3-year-old was so self-sufficient, it was so beneficial. You know, she was patient. She knew that when I was dealing with Bubs, I couldn't just drop everything for her. You know, she was hungry at one point, so I said, go get something from the fridge if you're hungry. You know, she got herself a yogurt. Yes, I had to open it for her, but I could do that with the baby in my arms. You know, she went to the toilet by herself. She played by herself. She was patient enough to understand that I can't just do everything for her. And it just made me realise how much work it is for those parents who have children that are much closer in age. And I always knew that I wanted more than one if possible, but I was just thinking, I don't think I'll have one until my Blueberry is at least toilet trained and can, you know, dress herself. Like this little girl, she dressed herself, she put her own little party dress on, so her own costumes and things like that. I think the only time I helped her was plug in a charger on her iPad and open up her yogurt container. That was it. Later on when she wanted lunch I made her a sandwich, but the baby was asleep for that 20-minute gap, so that was okay. So I definitely learned a lot about, and it opened up my eyes quite a lot to parents who have children very close in age, because that's some bloody hard work. And that, remember, that was only, for me, that was like a 4-hour event. It wasn't that long compared to every single day. Those were the 3 main things that I learned. I guess the other thing I learned was that, you know, the parents of the baby gave me a little roster on what to expect, and she basically didn't follow it. So all perfect plans can go up shit creek, you know, in the grand scheme of things. And I was like, okay, I mean, okay with that. I didn't like try and stick to it, you know, very rigidly, but I was disappointed that I didn't get to work on my computer thinking, oh, I'll have a perfect time, baby asleep, 3-year-old, you know, gently, quietly playing with herself, I'll get some writing done. Yeah, that didn't really happen. And it was good. I enjoy babysitting them. They're great kids. I love them. I love hanging out with them. But it was really, and being 35 and a bit half weeks pregnant whilst looking after 2 other kids as well was pretty tiring. So that was quite interesting as well. That whole process. So I just thought I'd share that, like more of a diary entry today. What I learned about baby, you know, these little kids in relation to my business, how I can't necessarily stick to a strict, rigid schedule. Oh, maybe not, maybe yes, depends on Blueberry, I don't know. And I need to be open to that. 2, I need to be freaking organised like I've never been organised to prevent chaos. And 3, I really need to make the most of these last few weeks. I thought, oh, now I can wind down, it'll be awesome. No, I don't think so. So I'd love to hear, you know, your thoughts. What do you think? Is there anything major that I've missed that will really give me an aha moment after Blueberry is here? I'll be very curious to hear from you. But if you like this video, like it and subscribe to the channel so you can learn more about my journey about adding a baby to business. Now, I think the videos are really going to get quite intense after Blueberry's here. So I've done a few episodes, but my intention is after Blueberry's born that it's going to be far more intense, more detailed, more regular, and we'll see how we go. But up until now, I learned a lot today. It's been an interesting day. See you next time. Bye.